It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline. IPOB order. Northern farmers, cattle dealers ready to stop supply of livestock and foodstuff to the southeast. The Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria on Wednesday expressed their readiness to stop the transportation of livestock and foodstuff to the southeast. The union was responding to a statement on Monday by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, banning the singing of the national anthem in schools and directing the people of the zone to stop consuming beef of imported cattle from the north. In an interview with BBC, Mohammed Tahir, the chairman of the union, described the directive as empty propaganda, saying that we are tired of such rhetoric. He said, "We want a united Nigeria, one nation and one people. But if they, IPOB, deem it otherwise, then we are okay for that. We are not supplying impoverishment to them. Rather, we take advantage of our affluence to the region. We supply them with foodstuff, not toxic substances." He said the southern population could not withstand even a day of food or meat blockage from the north. It could be recalled that IPOB recently banned singing of Nigerian national anthem in schools and the use of Fulani cows during festive seasons in the southeast region. Its head, Directorate of State, Chika Edoziem, who made the announcement in Enugu, urged IPOB on the British, Nigerian Embassy, Kenyan Embassy, and United Nations. He said that IPOB would campaign for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, adding that the leadership of the group would pursue some of the programs and actions vigorously in 2022. Edoziem stressed that the group would sustain a worldwide campaign for the unconditional release of Onyedo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The campaign will be called the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. In furtherance of the campaign, all IPOB family members, Biafrans and friends of Biafra are urged to change their profile picture on social media with the official campaign poster. Secondly, all IPOB families are directed to activate the earlier instruction passed to them, who shall embark on worldwide protests in cities and capitals around the world, he said. There are about 3 books that were published this new year in furtherance of this, after the head of the department this department is made public, and Biafran writers were said to be called upon to write books and educational materials to be published for children in primary and secondary schools, saying that beginning from January 3rd, 2022, that no more national anthem of Nigeria will be tolerated in schools in Biafra land, and that children must no longer be reminded daily that they are under oppression by singing the Nigerian national anthem of the oppressor, he added. Buhari had told Southeast leader, who visited him some times ago, that he would consider releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. However, during an interview of recent, he had actually said that he would not be able to check into that. Also, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said that it was going to constitutionally bound to register qualified political associations as political parties, where the INEC National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, IVEC, Festus Okoye, said this in an interview with Daily Trust, saying that this is as he also said that 101 political associations have applied to the commission to be registered as political parties ahead of the 2023 general elections.
The fight against the banditry, IPOB and Boko Haram. The Nigerian military troops, alongside local vigilantes, have, on several occasions, neutralized bandits, ISWAP terrorists in the northern part of Nigeria, and bombarded the camp of IPOB in the southeast Nigeria, like the saying goes, if you cannot beat them, you join them. We read about terrorists surrendering and turning away from their evil ways after they felt overpowered by the machinery of the Nigerian military. The unleashing of Super Tucano fighter jets brought some terrorists and bandits down to their knees, and this is a feat that is worthy of mention. The story seems like a fairy tale, but we need to see the other side of the coin. Let us talk about the bad, although not everyone loves to listen to bad stories, neither do I, but we need to do justice to it. Nigerians won't forget so soon that a certain lady, Leah Sharibu, was abducted alongside other schoolgirls. Leah Sharibu is yet to be free by her abductors because she chose not to denounce her faith. It is over 3 years now, and the young lady is said to have given birth to 2 children while in captivity. The Nigerian government need to come to her aid so that she wouldn't cry out that Nigeria failed her. We cannot talk about the fight against insurgency without mentioning the security men who paid the ultimate price while serving their fatherland. It is so unfortunate that these brave men were burnt offerings to the gods of evil by these unscrupulous elements. The security situation is becoming terrifying by day, and many people have been rendered homeless in their hometowns. People are having sleepless nights as a result of these evil men who are bent on wreaking havoc and disrupting peace in the country. The ugly side of it all is that some innocent and defenseless Nigerians have been killed mistakenly by security operatives. And according to a report from BBC and Sarah reporters early this year, tragedy struck in the fight against the terror group Boko Haram when a fighter gets involved in the country insurgency operation in the northeast, bombed a village in Yunusari local government area of Yobe State, killing at least 10 villagers. Therefore, the high level of insecurity in the country needs total attention from the federal government.
Also met the people of the South-South and people of the Southwest, so we are moving about. Ogbunaya called on Nigerians to support someone from the Southeast for president in 2023, saying that they want to use the opportunity to remind the ACF that in 1959 the Igbo through Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe supported the North. 20 years after, in 1979, the Igbo through Alex Ekwueme, Keo Mbadiwe and others also supported the North, which saw the emergence of Alhaji Shehu Shagari as the president. Another 20 years after, the Igbo supported President Olusegun Obasanjo, and thereafter we supported Yar'Adua and later Dr. Jonathan. We have always been supporting others. Our simple prayer is for Nigerians to do unto Igbo what we have been doing unto others, he said. And on the misconception that IPOB represents Indigbo, Ogbunaya said that the other thing which they also said is that the IPOB is causing embarrassment and all. In response, it is strange and curious that some Nigerians would highlight the views expressed by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB and not the ones expressed by Ohanaeze Ndigbo. IPOB is an organization. We have many organizations in Igbo land, saying that Nigerians should rather take the views of Ohanaeze as representing the entire Igbo people, and says the nation captured the response through the ACF chief Audu Ogbe and also that of the spokesperson to the Ohanaeze Ndigbo via the chairman, who happens to make it clean and clear that the IPOB does not represent the Southeast Ohanaeze Ndigbo.